Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we are going to go over the Unique Daggers, as you can see by the graphics up in the top left-hand corner. And we're going to dive right in. So this is the Gull dagger, a very nice dagger for low-level magic find. As you can see, with 100% better chance of magic items just glaring at you there. This is going to give you a huge bonus to your magic find percentage, and it's going to help you find lots of other unique items. This is something that you could definitely work into a build on a barbarian. So you put one really good weapon in one hand and a dagger in the other, or you could put it on a necromancer, or you could put it on a sorceress. Basically any character that doesn't actually need to use their weapon to attack. And as you can see, even at level 4, it has very nice damage. So 2 to 19 adds 1 to 15 damage, gives -5 to mana, which is kind of sad, and then the 100% extra magic find. So, a barbarian could actually dual wield 2 of these if he wanted to for 200% magic find. Very good low-level magic find item. It's probably not preferred high level because of how poor of a weapon it is. Very, very low stats all around, and then gives you a -5 to mana to boot. But early on in the game, and definitely for characters that don't necessarily need their weapon, it's certainly a very useful magic find item. If you find one of these early game, definitely don't sell it. Hold on to it. Put it on your sorceress, put it on your necromancer, put it on somebody who doesn't need their weapon, and get that magic find. Next on the list is a very interesting dagger because it definitely does have some uses. So this is the Digler Dirk, one-handed 4 to 13 damage weapon. Raws level 11, very fast attack speed, 30% increased attack speed, 50% enhanced damage, ignores target's defense, plus 10 to dex, 25 resist cold, and 25 resist fire. It's a very interesting weapon because it's useful for certain characters. So if any character has an attack which deals damage like Holy Fire, or Holy Freeze, or Holy Shock, you're applying elemental damage directly to your weapon, and the attack speed of your weapon, you're attacking really fast. And you have ITD, so you don't have to worry about your, your attack rating. So you can just put this on, stack it with your Holy Shock, and you can just wail away. You don't have to worry about the physical damage on it. It does have some other uses. I mean, it might be good for a early level poison dagger necromancer, various things like that. Next on the list is the Jade Tando Chris. The Jade Tando Chris is 2 to 11 damage, 150 to attack rating, which varies from 100 to 150. It has 180 poison damage over 4 seconds, which at level 19 is a fair amount of poison damage. 20% maximum poison resist, and poison resist 95%, as well as cannot be frozen. Could be a very interesting weapon to throw on a low-level character, so you can go farm Andariel or something. Andariel being very high poison damage. Next on the list is a very popular blade, and you'll see why. It's because it has a huge amount of faster cast rate. It's called the Spectral Shard. The Spectral Shard has 50% faster cast rate, 55 to attack rating, plus 50 to mana, and all resistances 10. A very interesting early level sorceress item, and basically any character that is trying to beef up their casting speed, because you tag that into your main hand, and then you throw a very good faster cast shield over here, and you can be at 80-90% faster cast, just like that. And then, of course, all resistances 10 is nice, and the plus 50 mana. So not a bad weapon all around for a caster type. Next on the list is our Spineripper, and the first of the Nightmare Uniques. This one is 35 to 88 damage, very fast attack speed, plus 1 to Necromancer skills, 15% increased attack speed, 240% enhanced damage, which does vary 190 to 240, 15 to 35 damage right on top. Ignores target's defense, which obviously would be good for a necromancer since they don't have a lot of attack rating. Prevent monster heal, 8% lifesteal, which is static, and plus 10 to dexterity. So a very interesting poison dagger necro weapon here. Next on the list is the Heart Carver Rondel. The Heart Carver Rondel is 49 to 123 damage. Seems to be pointed at barbarians. Adds 240% enhanced damage, so 190 to 240. Adds 15 to 35 damage right on top. It also has ignores target's defense, +4 to Grimward, +4 to find item, and +4 to find potion. So this would be a very interesting dagger to build into a find item barbarian. You could dual wield 2 of these, so +4 and +4, and then you'd have +8 to your find item. Build up your magic find really high, and then you could have basically as many full juvies as you want, and as many, magic find corpse finds as you want. Obviously, if you've built a find item, find potion barbarian, they're not really meant for actually killing stuff, so you just kind of run around and grunt at corpses. All right, next on the list we have another Necromancer dagger. This is the Blackbog's Sharp Syndicus. The Syndicus is, or Quindeas is the 30 to 76 damage dagger. Has a very fast attack speed, 30% increased attack speed, adds 15 to 45 damage on top, 488 poison damage over 10 seconds, +4 to Poison Nova, +4 to Poison Explosion, and +5 to Poison Dagger, as well as slows target by 50% and 50 defense. Now, slows target by is a very beautiful stat because it can be combined with the Clay Golem, the Holy Freeze, it can be combined with Decrepify. There are a lot of very interesting ways that this slows target by can be combined, and it goes up to 85%, which is the cap. So on a Necromancer, for instance, if you were to use the Clay Golem, perhaps a Holy Freeze Merc, you could easily get over the 85% cap, and you would be stuck at 85%, of course, because that's where you would sit. But being over the cap isn't necessarily a bad thing, because maybe your Clay Golem hasn't hit yet, or maybe you haven't hit yet, and you're just kind of combining everything together. So I could see a Poison Dagger Necromancer using this along with a Clay Golem and an Act 2 Mercenary, just running around slowing everything by huge amounts. Alright, so very interesting Necro Dagger there. Next on the list, and the last on our Nightmare Uniques, is the Stormspike Stiletto. The Stormspike Stiletto is 47 to 90 damage, 25% chance to cast level 3 Charged Bolt on when struck, which is just awful. 150% enhanced damage, which is static. 25% chance, adds 101 to 120 lightning damage. Lightning resist based on character level, which at level 99 is 99%. So it's literally 1 per level. So at level 41, when you put this on, it's going to be 41% lightning resist. Attacker takes damage of 20 as well. Very odd weapon there. Not really sure who would use that. First on the list of our Hell Uniques is the Wizardspike Bone Knife. This one is indestructible, 50% faster cast rate, increased maximum mana by 15%, plus to mana based on character level, which is actually +2 per level up to 198. So, at level 61, when you plop this on, it's going to be 122 to your mana pool. Regenerate mana 15% and all resistances 75. A very, very beautiful dagger all around for a caster type. As you can see, Spectral Shard and Wizardspike kind of share the same effects here. You got 50% faster cast on both of them, and then this one has all resistances and plus to mana, where this one also has all resistances, but way more. And then it also has a huge amount to your mana, so way more mana than the Spectral Shard. So if you are using a Spectral Shard, the Wizardspike is your direct upgrade. Next on the list is the Fleshripper Fanged Knife. The Fleshripper Fang Knife is 60 to 228 damage. Level requirement 68 there. 300% enhanced damage, which does vary quite a bit from 200 to 300. Negative 50% target's defense. 25% chance of crushing blow, which is 25% damage to the current life of the monster, which does vary. So 25% to like normal monsters. 12.5% damage to the current HP of like named monsters like Diablo, Bale, Bishy-Bosh, that sort of thing. And then 10% in PvP. 50% chance of open wounds, which is a nice anti-regeneration. Prevent monster heal, so again, very good anti-monster regeneration. And then slows target by 20%, which is very nice to stack with other slows targets, as we talked about earlier, like Decrepify, Holy Freeze, and Clay Golem. All right, so very interesting dagger there. Nice damage, nice effects. Could certainly work it into a build somehow. Next is the Ghostflame Legend Spike. The Ghostflame Legend Spike is 105 to 159 damage, indestructible, 240% enhanced damage, which does vary from 190 to 240. Ignores target's defense, adds 108 magic damage, just flat. 15% mana steal, which does vary from 10 to 15, plus 2 to light radius. So interesting. And apparently it spawns ethereal, although mine is not ethereal for some reason. The damage would actually be a lot higher. Let me see here. So it's going to be 156 to 238 if it's ethereal. So a lot higher damage than what it's reporting here. All right. So that covers it for the daggers. I know there's not a lot of these daggers, but some of them are definitely very interesting, like the Wizardspike, the Spectral Shard, you know, the Balrogs, the Blackbog's Sharp, very interesting. Not really quite sure about some of them. I mean, the Heart Carver Rondel would definitely work on a Find Item Barb. You know, interesting daggers all around. I'm sure there's other choices for you, but you know, if you want to build on one of these daggers, then by all means. As always, down in the description, I have a link to my Magic Find video, as well as some resources you can use to figure out where to find these items. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Unique Items. Thanks for watching, and ciao.
He's a little birdie. He's a little birdie, aren't you? That's a cute little birdie.